and I wanted spring or summer wear. I was afraid to be alone inside this project, so I pretended to know where I was and where I was going. I felt I had to do this so I would not bring attention to myself as being scared or lost person inside this facility. So I thought, how can I manage to exit the project without bringing attention to me? So what I did in this dream, I kneeled down and began to tie my shoe. And then right after I bent down to tie my shoe, I felt that somehow I left this project area, and the next scene in this dream, I found myself in some type of mall. I did not recognize this mall. I could not tell what city or borough I was in. This mall was crowded with black shoppers. It was still daytime, and I and others inside this mall were all wearing spring or summer wear. We all were inside an apartment store. I did not feel comfortable inside this store, so I decided to leave it. As I approached the street exit, two thin black women came into this mall, this department store, and they had guns in their hands, and one of them pointed a gun in my face. I stepped back maybe like 3 feet, and I raised my hand in the air. Then I looked behind me, and I seen two black men with their handguns drawn at people who wanted to leave the store through a back exit. Now I'm back into the department store that was inside this mall. The department store was being held up. Everyone inside this store were all afraid. I was looking around for help, and I seen no cops walking around outside this store. I said to myself, the street cameras are recording this robbery, and someone in the mall security desk will call for help and backup. But no one came to save us from the robbers. The robbers told people to sit down. I sat down, and at the same time I was thinking, how can I flee from this situation? As I was in a squatting position, I noticed the store back entrance. These doors had glass windows on the upper part of the door. I was able to see a small truck or delivery truck drive past the store as I looked through this back entrance door windows. I looked very hard at these doors, figuring out how may I escape through these back entrance door. And I said to myself, if I do it, it probably will take me a few seconds just to, exit out through the back entrance. And as I was thinking this, one of the black robbers saw what I was looking at. Then he came up to me and he angrily punched me several times in my mouth and chin. I now felt humiliated. The man who punched me was saying something to me. All I did next was saying yes to him, yes, yes, as I held my head down because I did not want him to shoot me. He then gone back to his male team partner, who was still pointing his guns at the crowd of people in the store. Then a lady next to me was checking my body, and then she had put her hands down my pants. She squeezed my private parts for some reason. And she said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Parrish." Then the robber left the store. I did not see them take anything from the people inside this store. Then the robbers left this department store. I found myself outside of this particular department store, and I was standing inside the mall hallway, more or less outside of the department store, and I was in the mall hallway, and I was standing over a mother and daughter, black mother and daughter, and they were sitting in a bench that stood before me, and the mother and daughter were crying, and they was hugging each other. They were very scared. Just what just happened to them inside a department store that was inside this mall. And more or less, I gone to the bathroom in this mall, and I was still shaking when it happened. Then I woke up from this dream. The next number in this segment is the number 11. This piece is called Section 10, 2 Bus Dream, or S10 2BSD. In the month of November 8th, 2010, I recorded this dream inside my dream book. I dreamt that it was daytime, and I entered a yellow school bus, which had a black female bus driver. I entered the bus with a lady behind me. I did not see the lady face who also entered this bus with me. I sensed the person behind me was a middle-aged black woman. There was a sense of urgency in the air inside this dream. It also felt as if something big just happened, or something was happening. And then the lady and I wanted to quickly leave the area where we were in. Now, we were seated inside the bus. The bus driver wore a bus uniform. She wore a blue uniform. It was hot and quite sunny out. Then I began to feel at ease. Now, while I sat inside this school bus, the lady bus driver began to behave strangely to me. She said to us, "You're safe, but guess what? I'm going to make I'm gonna make both of you sweat now. I'm taking you somewhere else." Then she made a quick right turn around a brick wall, and the bus stopped beside a black man who was wearing a light colored tank top, t-shirt, and this man also wore dreadlocks. He was also holding something that looked like a black C-shaped box cutter or some other kind of blade. I seen that he was waiting for the bus driver to open the bus door, and also noticed large cardboard boxes lined up in a kind of row under a freeway behind the black man that was wearing dreadlocks. And it was like a small bridge over a small lane of cardboard boxes. And then I got the impression that this bus stopped around Fort Greene area, Fort Greene Projects, which is located in Brooklyn, downtown Brooklyn. Then I sensed that something bad now happened to the middle-aged woman, and I felt also something happened to the middle-aged woman, and the bus driver then opened the bus door. So then so when she opened up the bus door, I conveniently left this dream, and then I woke up from it. Okay. Okay. The next number in this piece is the number 12. This piece is called Section 10, 3 Bus Dream / City Core City Core Building Dream, or S10 3BSD / CCBD. In the month of January 5th, 2011, I recorded this dream inside my dream book. Today I dreamt that I ran down the corner of Broadway and Gates Avenue, and my arms were carrying 2 bags of, well, my arms were carrying 2 filled brown bags, paper bags, and I noticed a B-52 was about to pull up, so I was running because I didn't want the B-52 to roll out from the bus stop. But apparently the bus driver must have seen me running up to the bus, and then the bus stopped, and then the bus driver opened up the bus door, then I entered inside the bus. And then the bus drove down Gates Avenue and went past Malcolm X, because I wanted the bus to stop, to drop me off on the corner of Malcolm X at Gates Avenue. But the bus kept on continuing further down to and then it eventually stopped in this unknown place. And this place that it stopped in, I never seen before. So I asked the bus driver, why did you drive past Malcolm X and Gates Avenue? Is it a way for you to maybe drive me back to Gates and Broadway, Gates and Malcolm X? And more or less he was telling me that at first I should exit the bus, and so I exited the bus. Then he exited the bus and he closed the bus door. Then he told me to follow him inside this building. And I said to myself, why? Then I verbally asked him, why should I follow you? Just show me how to get back to Gates and Malcolm X Boulevard. So he said, well, follow me into the building, and there's a pen and paper, then I'll write down the direction that will lead you to Malcolm X and Broadway. So I go inside the building with him, and it was still daytime, and this building was connected to other building. This building was like a row house, and I go inside the building. Then the bus driver, I expected to go into a building, to an apartment building that was on the ground floor, because this particular ground floor apartment building had its door slightly open, but the bus driver did not enter this apartment building. He made a right turn and he gone up the steps, and he was yelling down to me to come up and follow him. And so I was hesitating, should I follow him? And then I seen a Hispanic man, he was wearing a raincoat, and he told me don't go upstairs and follow him, because there's other people that are bad, that's in an apartment on the upper floor, people that are bad that I should not get involved with.